Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, October 5th, City Council meeting. Would we please all stand and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you please all remain standing for a moment of silence as we honor our servicemen and women and those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you. Please be advised that the proceedings this evening will be recorded, both audio and video, by Urban Media Arts, formerly known as MATV. And now we will ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Kamel, Condon, Crow, DeMaria, Linehan, Murphy, O'Malley, Sika, Spadafora, Winslow, Anderson.
Anderson here. First order of business.
First order of business, papers 42321, minutes of the meeting September 28, 2021, and paper 424-21, minutes of the meeting September 21st, 2021.
Councilor Winslow.
Yeah, I just note on the minutes of September 21st, there was a correction that needed to be made. There was a reference to the town of, I think, Hanover. That should be the town of Canton. So just if we make that amendment, that just makes sure we're clear on that. Thank you.
And with that suggested amendment change, Councilor Winslow, are you offering a motion to accept those minutes?
So motion to accept the minutes of the 28th and 21st as proposed with that amendment.
As amended. Councilor Condon?
Yes.
Councilor Condon seconds that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Those minutes are accepted. Next order of business.
Paper 425-21, mayoral reappointment, Alan M. Bishop, 42 Loomis Street, 251A, Malden, as a constable to serve process in the city of Malden effective September 22nd, 2021, said term to expire September 22nd, 2024. Placed on file.
On Councilor Crow's motion, we place that on file. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. That appointment will be placed on file. Next order of business.
Paper 426-21, mayoral reappointment, Matthew Byrne, 80 Cross Street, Malden, as a member of the Conservation Commission, said term to commence upon his confirmation by the City Council and to expire October 1st, 2023.
On Councilor Crow's motion that we refer this appointment to the Personnel Appointments Committee. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. That appointment will be referred to committee. Next order of business.
Paper 427-21, mayoral reappointment, Kenny N. Mazonson, 206 Bryant Street, number 4, Malden, as a member of the Conservation Commission, said term to expire on October 1st, 2023.
Motion to refer to personnel and appointments.
On Councilor Crow's motion that we refer this appointment to the committee, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. That appointment will be referred to committee. Next order of business.
Paper 428-21, petition, Christmas tree sales, Jay's Pizza and Ice Cream, 167 Center Street. It's a renewal.
Councilor Condon.
I'd like to move that to license.
On Councilor Condon's motion that we refer this license to the License Committee, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. That will be referred to the License Committee. Next order of business.
Paper 429-21, committee report, license petitions, papers listed below. The Committee on License recommends favorable. The petitions listed below.
Would you read those, please?
Sure. Paper 376-21, it's a livery, Aminda Singh, 27 Alpine Street, number 3, Malden, 1 car, it's a renewal. Paper 388-21, pool table, Mr. Suazo's Barber Shop, 16 Lebanon Street, Malden, one table, it's a renewal. Paper 377-21, outdoor parking, Emmanuel Baptist Church, 20 Hillside Ave, Malden. Lot address is 29 Madison Street, 27 spaces, it's a renewal. Paper 401-21, outdoor parking, Andy Service Center, Inc., 356 Lebanon Street, Malden. The application was for 20 cars, the 12 spaces were renewed, for the renewal, it was approved. Paper 378-21, outdoor park and 3C Realty Trust, 61 Clinton Street, Malden, 22 spaces, it's renewal. Paper 402-21, lodging house, Lawrence W. French, 98 Laurel Street, Malden, it's a renewal. And paper 282-21, extended hours, Go Brands, Inc., DBA Go Puff, 338 Eastern Ave, Malden, 24/7, it's new.
On Councilor Condon's motion that we receive the committee report, all those in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. The committee report is received. Councilor Condon for the committee.
Mr. President, the License Committee met last week on these petitions, and we reviewed it with our compliance officers who visited each place. Really had no problems with any of them. There was a discrepancy with outdoor parking with Andy Service Center, who applied for 20 spaces, and we reduced them to 12 spaces, the same as he was last year. There wasn't enough room to have 20 spaces. There wasn't enough room to have any more than 12. So we did reduce that one down, but other than that, each petition, the License Committee hopes that we grant it as a city council. So I move that we grant these petitions.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Seeker.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Seeker. Question, Councilor Condon, did we hear back from Andy's at all? Did they?
No.
No, we didn't. Then that's fine. We've given them a week to know what the action was, so I would certainly hope that we approved what the committee has recommended, that we've reduced down to 12. On the recommendations of the committee, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Those petitions have been granted. Next order of business.
Paper 430-21, committee report for finance. Papers 406-21, paper 407-21, and paper 408-21. The Committee on Finance recommends favorable to the papers listed below. Paper 406-21, order that the sum of
Yes. So on Councilor Murphy's motion that we receive the committee report, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Committee report is received. Councilor Murphy for the committee.
Basically, if you read the first paper, Mr. Clerk.
Okay,
Thank
it's
you.
paper 406-21, order that the sum of $232,706.32, he and here be the same hereby transferred to the following accounts. Just bear with me. I had it.
It's a long list.
Give it to you. Assessor salary is $8,928.23. City clerk salary is $9,510.65. Controller salary is $12,838.28. Engineering salary is $7,588.96. Health and Human Service salaries, $14,856.78. Human Resource salaries, $7,375. Inspectional Service salaries, $19,552.12. Information Technology salaries, $11,905.07. Legal salaries, $9,070.45. Legislative salaries, $1,634.65. Compliance salaries, $1,517.93. Mayor's office salaries, $12,653.38. Strategic planning and community development salaries, $21,595.15. Parking salaries, $6,714.53. Public facility salaries, $22,215.75. Recreation salaries, $3,073.74. Senior center salaries, $5,382.99. Teen center salaries, $4,007.87. Treasurer's salaries, $16,787.34. Veteran salaries, $2,890.97. Fire administration salaries, $6,607.02. Police administrative salaries, $14,092.74. DPW administrative salaries, $8,003.62. And cemetery administrative salaries, $3,903.10.
Councilor Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, Mr. Clerk, you did very well reading all that. Probably need a drink of water after it. Basically, for those of you who were in the Finance Committee meeting last week, this is the COLA raise for the non-union employees. This happens every year, and basically the money is being moved into the, from salary reserve into the actual department accounts to cover the cost of living raise that the non-union employees will receive this year. I make a motion to approve. Thank you.
On the motion, Finance Paper Clerk, please call the roll.
Condon.
Condon, yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
DeMaria.
Maria, yes.
Linehan.
Yes.
Murphy.
Murphy, yes.
O'Malley. Seeker.
Yes.
Spatafora. Winslow. Anderson.
Anderson, yes. Those papers have been approved by the council. Next order of business.
Paper 407-21, order that the sum of $314,061.69 be and the same is hereby transferred from salary reserve account 0010-996-5110 to police labor salaries 0010-210-5120. The same is hereby, okay, that's good.
That's good. Yes, this is actually a result of the negotiations with the police union and the MOU that was signed between the city and, or agreed to between the city and the police union. So this money will fund the increase in raises that they will receive through that negotiated union contract. Motion to approve?
Second.
On the council's motion, seconded, the clerk, please call the roll.
Condon.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
DeMaria.
Yes.
Linehan.
Yes.
Murphy.
Murphy, yes.
O'Malley. Seeker.
Yes.
Spatafora. Winslow. Anderson.
Anderson, yes. So approved. Next order of business.
Paper 408-21, order that the sum of $75,000 be in the same is hereby transferred from workers' compensation wages, account number 0010-912-5140, to legal professional services, account 0010-151-5300.
Councilor Murphy.
Yes, this is actually a transfer of money from the workers' comp account, which we have been told is running in excess, well, it has extra money in it. So at this point, although no one has a magic wand, we do not expect that account to exceed the leftover amount. The money is needed for our legal department to be able to hire outside counsel to help consult on some cases that are currently being tried, or going to trial. If there's no questions, I'd make a motion to pass.
On the motion, clerk, please call the roll.
Do you have a second?
Councilor Seeker did that.
Condon.
Yes.
Crowe. DeMaria.
Yes.
Linehan.
Yes.
Murphy.
Murphy, yes.
O'Malley. Seeker.
Yes.
Spatafora. Winslow. Anderson.
Anderson, yes. Approved by the City Council. Next order of business.
Paper 436-21, Committee Report, Rules and Ordinances. Paper 409-21 and 360-20. The committee recommends favorable. The papers listed below.
Council Spatafora. On Council Spatafora's motion that we receive the committee report, all those in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Committee report is received. Councilor Spatafora for the committee.
So this paper was requested by, came from the mayor's office for the, wait, I skipped one? We doing the cultural council? I can't see with my glasses, so I apologize.
Can I read the paper?
Yes,
You read
why
the
don't we
paper?
have
I
the
can't read
clerk
this.
read the paper?
Paper 409-21, order be it hereby ordained that the revised
Oh,
ordinances.
the ordinance, okay. I see it, go ahead.
The revised ordinance of 2020 are hereby amended as follows. Amend section 2.24.060 of the police patrolman's salary schedule. Amend section 2.20.030 of the officer's salary schedule. Amend section 2.20.040 of the specialist salary schedule. Amend section 2.20.050 of the clerical salary schedule. Amend section 2.20.060 of the unclassified salary schedule.
Now, Councilor Spatafora.
Thank you, Mr. President, thank you, the clerk. Still can't read it, but I know enough. We met last week in ordinance. These ordinances match what Council Murphy and the Finance Committee just passed. So a little brief history for the public. In order for us to pay the salaries, we have to update the ordinances. And this covers, besides the patrolman, there's officers, specialists, non-union, which is unclassified, and the clerical. So this covers a swath of our employees for their raise, which I believe was all 2.5% for everybody across the board. Committee met last week. I voted out unanimous and look forward to the same support this evening. Thank you, Mr. President.
On Councilor Spatafora's motion that we enroll this, do we have a second? Second by Councilor DiMaria. Clerk will call the roll.
Condon. Yes. Crow. Yes. DiMaria.
Yes.
Linehan.
Yes.
Murphy.
Murphy, yes.
O'Malley. Sika.
Yes.
Spatafora.
Spatafora, yes.
Winslow. Anderson.
Anderson, yes. These ordinances are enrolled. Next order of business.
Paper 360-21, order be it hereby ordained that section 2.16.080 of the revised ordinances of 2020 be amended by deleting the following language from section B. First sentence, subject to the confirmation by the City Council, and to the last sentence, the last two words, in confirmation.
Councilor Spatafora.
Thank you, Mr. President. This paper was originated, I believe, in the mayor's office with a recommendation from the Cultural Council. They've been having some trouble filling those spots in a timely fashion. We did hear some testimony from the co-chair, Mr. Mark Linehan, last week and spoke to the Ordinance Committee. This is a committee that is actually going out for a lot of grants from the state level, and because the way our calendars do not necessarily meet up, sometimes they don't have the ability to meet as a quorum, and so this will allow them to meet more efficiently and to go after as many grants as possible, both in terms of meeting our calendar, the council's calendar, as well as state calendar. There is some checks and balances. The state does dictate there is a maximum amount somebody can serve in this, so that was brought up, and it was great to hear the co-chair say that. They also are vetted by the mayor and the mayor's office, so it's not like we're giving up complete control. But we did meet again with the Ordinance Committee last week, and I believe this also was sent out unanimously. Questions, happy to answer them. And I believe Maria Louise is from the mayor's office too, if there's any questions from that perspective. I don't mean to put you on the spot, Maria.
I don't see any questions being raised. Councilor Spatafora. Then I assume that's a motion then to enroll. Second by Councilor Crowe. The clerk, please call the roll.
Condon. Yes. Crow.
Yes.
DiMaria.
Yes.
Linehan.
Yes.
Murphy. O'Malley. Sika. Spatafora.
Yes.
Winslow. Anderson.
Anderson, yes. That's been rolled by the full city council. Next order of business.
Committee report, public property, paper number 416-21. The committee will review and discuss a letter submitted by Hans Eisenbach, attorney for Extenet, regarding request to reconsider recommended denial of attachment authorization request by Extenet Systems, Inc. for the utility pole adjacent to 71 Plainfield Ave.
Council Linehan.
Motion to receive the committee report.
On Council Linehan's motion that we receive the committee report, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Committee report is received. Council Linehan for the committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. So the Public Property Committee met last week to discuss a letter from Extenet on a previously denied utility pole location for a small cell, and we revisited the location, looked at the ordinance, looked at the location, and our committee actually had initially recommended to continue the denial, but upon further discussion with our building commissioner, I'm actually hoping that we can table this tonight. We have a little bit more homework to do. Basically, we chose to ultimately deny it a second time because of its proximity to a tree. And the building commissioner has advised me, and I'm in agreement with this assessment, that we may not have grounds to permanently deny it based on the tree. That's not part of our ordinance. We've asked Extenet to go back and see if they can find another suitable location nearby that would achieve the same capacity and coverage. They are going to be meeting with Nelson, the building commissioner, tomorrow to talk about their options. The fear is that if they can't find an equivalent pole, and we've already denied this, we could be opening the city up to a legal issue with the previous denial. So what I'd like to do is to table it, give us the time to do the extra investigation about whether another site is appropriate, and if not, then we'll have to come back and discuss again in light of the concerns about the tree. So I'd make a motion that we table this for tonight.
On Council Linehan's motion that we table this paper, seconded by Councilor Winslow, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. That paper will be tabled. Next order of business. Would you push your button, Councilor Spatafora, so I can hear you? Councilor Spatafora.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to add a little additional commentary to this request. Chairman Linehan did reach out to me, and I support it based on the legal action, supported Council Winslow in this endeavor. But I did send a couple photos to Council Linehan yesterday. Part of our ordinance is, and I know this is a thorn in every council's side, that's why I wanted to bring it up publicly, is our ordinance says you cannot install 5G on a double pole. I was actually walking my dog yesterday on Vista Street, walked down Highland Ave, took her right up Vista Street. Little did I know, there was a double pole there with a 5G when I looked up, and there was a 5G antenna installed on a new pole, and there was a double pole attached to it. So nothing burns me more than double poles, and nothing burns me more than when we get promised that the most effective way to get rid of these is we approve them so they go after it. I have checked with the fire department, because I know we still have to take our cable for the old, which is actually antiquated system, off the pole. And in the past, for the audience, sometimes we were the holdup. I checked with Chief Sullivan. We have no double poles that we're responsible for. It is either going to be held up because of cable or because of Verizon or Comcast. Because the electricity was, I actually know enough about double poles now. The secondary and the primary service has already been moved to the new pole, so the existing pole is sitting there because either Comcast or Verizon or both of them haven't moved. The reason why I mention this is I did support this tabling motion, but any new 5G that comes up before us, until they can answer why they're putting 5G on double poles, I'm going to be asking for a table motion. I know this is something all the councils got. I got 3 on Highland Ave right now, and not that there's 5G on there, but we just got to get both the telecommunication companies and National Grid to really take this seriously, and apparently they're not following the rules. So I just wanted everybody to know going forward, as a member of the committee, but also as a member of this council, I think we have to make this a paramount discussion, because we don't get a bite at the apple too often. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Spatafora. Next order of business.
Paper 432-21, 433-21, 434-21, and 435-21, Public Property Committee reports.
On Councilor on Councilor Crow's motion that we receive the committee report, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, say nay. Councilor Crow for the committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. So last week, the Personnel and Appointments Committee met, and we met with all of these individuals, and Marilyn Andrews and Maria Louise from the Disabilities Commission. And Marilyn is served as president of the CPAC, the Special Education Parent Advisory Council, prior to this appointment, and brings a lot of knowledge. And as we all know, Ms. Louise is our ADA compliance officer, and both had really talked about the work that the committee is doing with the ADA survey across the city, and figuring out, the ADA audit, excuse me. And then now they're in the phase of working with the various groups, public facilities, school department, et cetera, to kind of implement some of the audit changes that came out. So I make a motion that we approve Marilyn Andrews and Maria Louise to the Disabilities Commission.
Councilor Condon seconds that. Councilor Murphy. Councilor
Just a
Murphy.
second.
We got another, so
I was following the rules.
there you go, you got a third second here,
So-
okay. On the motion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That appointment has been approved. Next order of business.
And we also met with Bob Donnelly, who was our former city assessor and a part-time member of the Board of Assessors, and he really does bring a wealth of knowledge to the board and is an asset to the community. So the committee recommends that this appointment be approved.
And Councilor Murphy
Would-
seconds that.
Would love to second that one. He's a Ward 5 resident.
He's a Ward 5 resident.
Done a
Okay.
wonderful job for the city over the years, so.
On the motion that's been seconded, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, say nay. That appointment for reappointment has been approved by the City Council. Next order of business.
And finally, we met with Mr. McNeil Paul, who, as you remember, prior to our recess, he was appointed as interim senior center program director, coordinator. We met with him. He had such a wealth of really infectious energy that everybody commented on that. And so actually just tonight, so we recommended fully that he's appointed to a full term. But Mr. Paul is here with us in the audience if he wants to introduce himself really quickly to the rest of the City Council and to the city.
Thank you. Mike, would you please come to this podium here? We, as Councilor Crow has mentioned, you are a well of energy. That,
Yes, I am indeed.
yes, you are indeed. That's right, and modest at that. And
my
modest
name
at
is
that.
Mike
So why don't you
Paul.
tell? So this is the first time that many of the councils have had a chance to put name and face together, and as Councilor Crow has said, that your name
been working over the summer.
came before us just at the end of in June, before we were going into recess. So your appointment initially was that of a temporary appointment, and you have had a chance to demonstrate your value to the city throughout these couple of months. So we're glad to have you here, and we'll give you an opportunity to express to the council whatever you'd like.
Okay. Again, my name is Mike Neil Paul. I was born here originally, but I grew up in Haiti. But before I start talking, I would like to say thank you to Maria Louise and the mayor for choosing me, first of all. I also want to say thanks to my staff because they have backed me up a lot since I have been on board, and I have been on board for 2 months and 3 days today. In that time, me and my staff have worked on a lot of things. One of them were the fundraiser that we did for Haiti. I'm pretty sure that you guys are aware of what happened recently in Haiti, and the city of Malden helped me and BPOs, that is the DEI coordinator, along with Tamerly Rock, who also worked here at the city of Malden. So all three of us came together, and we came up with that fundraiser, which was very successful, and I got the chance to meet a lot of our residents and our seniors in that fundraiser. We also did the farmers market. In that program, we give over 120 farmer market coupons to our seniors at the senior center. Every month we did one for this month in October. It's our monitor, which is the newsletter, and I participated. I want to say I participated because I want to give most of the credit to my two wonderful staff, Debbie and Cheryl, who has been more than helpful. They basically put it all together, and I put my little piece at the end, obviously. So the monitor is the newsletter for the seniors, and it's coming out every month. The first one came out this month of October, and in November we'll have the next one. If you guys wanna to have a copy of it, I can email it to you guys, or you guys can. I welcome you guys to pass at the senior center and pick up a copy at the front desk. Very recently, we did our benefits day. So I don't know if any of you knew about that. So basically, throughout the COVID pandemic, a lot of our seniors have lost their either mass health or any benefits or resources they used to have. So it was a great opportunity to do a one-stop shop. Again, I had the help of Peter Finn, Tamerly Rock, and especially BBO La Rochelle, who helped me bring the benefits day. The one-stop shop, basically, that I like to say it like that, is we invited a bunch of providers and vendors to give those opportunities to our seniors. So we had, again, I said we had over 20 of those vendors, Mass Health, Mystic Valley, and you name it. So Bread of Life, so all the local ones that we know were there. And we had also people translating for the diversity, the diverse population that we have here in Malden. We have done a lot at the senior center, but primarily one of the things that was very important for me was safety and I would say safety and control, right? So we installed, thanks to Eric, our worked here at the City of Malden, Public Facilities helped us put the touch-free hand sanitizer on the wall at the senior center, which make the seniors feel even more safe. So after doing that, we saw our numbers going up. We went from, when I first started, we went from having 10, 12 people a day attending to now having 30 and going up. So that's a good thing for our senior center, and the goal is to continue to create programs and having stuff at the senior center so that the numbers can keep going up. I want to go really quick on the new activities that we have been bringing at the senior center. Once I got here, I know a lot of people like bingo, but we were offering bingo once a week, and that was the highest foot traffic we had at the senior center. So once I got at the center, I asked my staff, why not increasing the amount of time we're doing bingo? So now we're doing bingo twice a week. And our first bingo, the mayor was there, and the mayor called the first bingo for this year. We also have movie night and a bunch of other activities, but my activities are more focused on our seniors. It's not really people who want to do an activity that come and do it. I really target the senior and see what they like, and I give them what they like. So it's either what they really like, and I see them participating in it, and I just increase it, or really what they need. For example, classes like, some exercise classes that I know that they would be helpful for them and they would need for their health, I would go and add more classes. And obviously, with the variety of classes, there's a lot of variety. We have Zumba, and we have different type of Zumba and different type of levels, so that anyone in any capacity can actually attend those classes and participate. So in a nutshell, that's what I've been doing for the 2 months and 3 days. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Councilor Winslow.
Well, welcome on board. I know this is, it's an awkward time between the COVID and some transitions with their senior center and the teens there. I certainly am hearing, in my neck of the woods at 630 Salem Street about some seniors there about, how they get integrated more into the program. So I encourage you, as you're getting kind of your land legs here, and getting used to Malden. I encourage you at some point to make sure we reach out to Malden Housing Authority, seniors to go out there, meet them, and understand some of their needs, and work to bring people back that between COVID and some changes there, we need to rebuild those relationships up. So I hope that's on your schedule, but I know you got a lot going on. Just to get some good things.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the things we, as soon as I started to talk about bringing people back in and reaching out, one of the things we talked, and I remember Maria can attest that, is we talked about using the mayor's time when he usually goes to those housing buildings. And I wanted to go with him, but I think because of COVID and trying to control what's going on, and we try to keep this thing on the loan for now. But this is one thing I'm working on definitely, is reaching out. And this is one reason why I use the monitor for.
Thank you. Councilor Linehan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much for that. It's really great to put a face with a name and hear a little bit about what you're doing. I kind of was going to say something similar to what Councilor Winslow said, which is that a lot of my constituents in senior housing are really eager to get back, and also wondering if they can send ideas for programming or things that they're hoping that they might like to see. Just, open that line of communication. That would be great to get some input from the housing authority buildings. Like, I represent 557 Pleasant Street, and I just had a coffee with them last week, and they were very happy that the senior center's reopened, but also have all kinds of thoughts on what programming should and shouldn't be there. So totally appreciate everything you're doing, and thank you for all the hard work that you're doing. And if there's anything that we can do as well to help, just let us know.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. President, and welcome. It's very nice, as everyone said, to put a face with a name. As a senior, you might be seeing me there, but I also sit on the board of the Malden Teen Enrichment Center. And just today, with my Facebook on my phone, had to go to one of the younger people in the shop to clear up my problems. So I am really looking forward to intergenerational programs that, as you get your sea legs, so to speak, and move forward, of how we integrate the seniors with the youth and find programs that are beneficial to both, going both ways.
Thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that. Kathy Mack and I, we have a fantastic relationship. We talk every day, and we are already talking about potential activities that we might be doing together. One is probably coming very soon in November, is our blood drive. The time frame is put exactly where the seniors and the team will be able to donate blood and everything. So that's one thing we would do, where both of them will be interacting. Both program will be interacting around the same time. And after that, I think she mentioned something about a ball, something like a valse, where the teens would invite the seniors to dance. And it's something that we're working. I don't want to give too much details, though. But it's something that we're definitely working on.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Seeker.
Thank you. Good evening, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I've one of the councilors that have had the pleasure of seeing you in action with the Haiti fundraiser down here, that kickoff night. It was amazing to see the energy that you have. I'd like to bottle it up myself and take it home with me, because you literally have so much. Your Haiti fundraiser was amazing. When I dropped off tents that a Ward 8 business donated for it, you had piles and piles, and that wasn't even the end of it, so I'm sure that you sent a lot. Did JetBlue take everything already?
So it didn't work out with JetBlue. But,
Okay.
Don't worry, we already found it.
Okay, so are you still accepting donations?
Always accepting donations.
Well, if it hasn't been picked up, I was just...
No, the plan is by, I would say, next Thursday it will be gone.
Okay, so if I have any more coupon stuff, then by next Thursday I can drop it off?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Toothpaste is on sale all the time. Can never have enough. But I just want to welcome you. I look forward to the future and seeing what you're going to do at that location. You've already moved things around. It's truly amazing to see what you've accomplished in such a short period of time of being there. And again, I look forward. And anybody who is in the area, you should go by and check out what Mike has done to the place. Debbie and Cheryl are are having a blast helping him. They're rearranging rooms, and it really is quite wonderful to see the senior center alive again. So I look forward to seeing what you're gonna do, and I'm coming to bingo. Thank you.
No problem, waiting for you.
Thank you, Counselor. From the chair, I'll tell you, I'll echo those things that have already been said by my colleagues. We've seen the energy. Keep it up. Anything that we can do to help you, I think that's already been expressed. We're glad to have you. We know that this man travels a couple of hours each way, morning and evening to get here, and so
I actually have a little question, if,
go right ahead then.
yeah, so.
You looking for housing and locally?
One of the issues we're having really, and I think I briefly mentioned it to Jane and Sika last week, is parking spot. And I know parking spot is a big problem here in Malden, around this area. So our seniors are having a hard time coming to the center because of parking spot. And I would imagine that it would get even worse when it gets colder and colder and colder. So I wouldn't want the primary reason for the foot traffic at the senior center to decrease because of traffic, because of parking spot. So I would ask you guys a question: how could you guys help me with that?
My response to that would be to say to work through the mayor's office, as you have been doing, and what we do is dispose of those proposals that would come before us. Let's see what options that are out there, and we can respond to those options. We certainly want to see our seniors coming to the senior center, and if there are impediments to their coming, we want to find out how we can overcome those, and if transportation is one of those, that's something we want to deal with.
Yes, we're having transportation is actually starting, it started yesterday.
So the van is back in operation?
Not our van, so we have door-to-door transportation.
Okay.
We have contract with them. They will do, they will still do hospital and grocery shopping with our seniors, but on top of that, they would do 2 trips in the morning and 2 trips in the afternoon. And we have, it's a matter of.
And how about our own van?
Say it again?
And how about our own van? Is that in operation, or will that be put back into operation?
No.
Is there talk about that?
Right now, it's not, but it's definitely something I definitely could put back in if I don't know how it would work if I have to talk to the mayor or the mayor's office to, grant me.
That is my point. My point is,
Okay.
is that you need to come up with some alternatives that you request of us, and one of those would be the reinstituting the van.
Okay.
And a van driver, that would be a way of doing that.
Okay.
And then those things that bring to us and for us to consider supporting and approving.
Thank you.
So I
Good.
think what you've sensed here is certainly a city council that is very supportive of what it is that the senior center is all about. I think we heard Councilor Murphy as one, and others talk about the intergenerational beauty of mixing the teen center and the seniors there together, and the benefits of that. And so you obviously are a person that thinks outside of the box. We can see that already, and we're encouraging you to continue to do that. And,
Thank you.
And we'll be here to consider those things. I see Councilor O'Malley's light is on. Councilor O'Malley.
Hello, Mr. Paul. How's it going? Thank you so much for your great presentation tonight. So I'm the city councilor for the neighborhood where the senior center is, and would love to work with you on figuring out creative ways to get more parking at the senior center, as well as getting the van back online if that's something we can help out with. The city does have a lot of money from the CARES Act and from the ARPA funds, so I'm sure we could probably get 10 vans if we needed them. So we can definitely get one van up and running. In terms of another creative solution to try to really serve the residents, one thing I've learned is really going to people where they are. And one of the things that I've heard from our residents in some of our public housing facilities, like 120 Mountain Ave, is that they would really appreciate more activities in their common areas. So I don't know if there's a way we can maybe even do like a traveling senior center or some traveling services that go around the city, and they're kind of scheduled out. You know, they kind of go around the city to all of the different buildings, just so they can get out, because not all of them are really comfortable or able to get out of their buildings. But I appreciate all the great work that you're doing, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Crowe.
Motion to approve?
On Counselor Crow's motion that we approve this appointment, seconded by Counselor O'Malley. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Your appointment has been approved, and congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next order of business. Your microphone?
Docket is clear.
The docket is clear, and I see the first light. Counselor Sika.
Thank you. I am looking to take paper number 35821 off of the table this evening. It's the meeting minutes of June 29th, 2021.
And Counselor Lenahan.
Oh, I'll second.
Counselor Lenahan seconds that motion to remove from the table paper number 35821. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. That paper is removed from the table. On the paper, Counselor Sika.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve by Counselor Sika, seconded by Counselor Murphy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. That paper for approval has been approved. Next order of business.
Docket is clear.
Docket is clear once again. Counselor Winslow.
Yes, as we know, many of us, in 4 weeks, there is a municipal election, so I just want to make sure people are aware of that. And this week, I know Councilor Murphy and I will be doing a forum with UMA, and there's several other forums coming up. I think Chinese Cultural Connection has one on Friday. Malden Youth are having one. Arab American Association is having another. So just for people, get informed, find a forum that's at a convenient time and on the topic that's important for you. And so that's very important. The other thing I want to let everybody know is that a week from tomorrow, which is Wednesday, October 13th, the Planning Board and the Rules and Ordinance Committee are having a joint hearing on the site plan review ordinance that we put forth, so that educational religious institutions will have a site review process going forward. So I encourage everybody to come out for that, particularly folks that are concerned about what's happening in Maplewood Square. That will help shore up sort of a gap in our ability to review projects. So I encourage everybody to come out for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Lenahan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have 2 quick things. I wanted to let the community know a week from Thursday, we're going to be having the first meeting of our Patchell Park master plan. That's going to be with the Friends of Oak Grove, as well as Councilors DiMaria and Spadafora and myself. It'll be on Zoom, so that's Thursday the 14th at 6 p.m. Anybody who's interested in the future of Patchell Park. And then the weekend after that, on Saturday the 23rd, we're going to be doing our fall pumpkin festival again. We don't really have a name for it yet, but back by popular demand after the community has asked if we were going to do it again this year. School Committee Representative Jennifer Spadafora and Friends of Oak Grove and I are going to be co-sponsoring another event at the BB Plaza. We'll have pumpkins, candy, costumes, music, you name it. I hope to have face or arm painting, some other fun stuff, a few surprises that we're working on. Stay tuned for the final hours on that, but again, that'll be the 23rd for our Fall Pumpkin Festival. Open to all, not just Ward 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Sika.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody who came out to Linden Park this past Sunday for Public Safety Day. It was a huge, huge success. I think every year the event gets bigger and bigger. I was told that there was probably a couple thousand people that went through the park that day. It was truly an amazing sight to see. Families were picnicked out on the park. They enjoyed pumpkins with sticker faces and getting into the police cruises. Malden Police Department is truly amazing with the kids, with their little battering ram and showing them all the tools of their job. The fire department did amazing with their bounce houses and their fire hose activity where the kids actually shoot water in this wooden house with flames in the windows, and they fall down no matter what because there's a fireman that's pulling a little piece of rope to make sure that they go down whether the kid actually hits the window or not. So it is a huge, huge success. I'm already looking forward to next year, and we're already on to the next event. Councilor Spatafora, Councilor Murphy, Councilor Crowe, along with the mayor's office. Let's see, the Malden Police Department, the Fire Department, the Cemetery Board of Trustees, and the Rec Department are planning our next event, which will be held on Saturday, October 23rd. We are going to have our first fishing derby at the Forestdale Cemetery. The hours will be from 10 to 1 p.m., and it will be for children ages 2 to 14. We'll have different categories where they get the biggest fish, the smallest fish, and then an overall trophy of the day for whoever catches the most fish. It'll be fun. We'll have some refreshments. The flyer should be going out tomorrow, and you'll be able to pre-register for the event on the Rec Department's website, just so we can get a good count. We have the pond at the cemetery being stocked with fish, in case anybody was wondering if they were really going to catch any, and they should. We have hundreds of fish being delivered to that pond a few days prior to the event. So we're hoping to make this an annual thing if all goes well on October 23rd. So we just want you to mark your calendars for that day. And then also, like Councilor Linehan, I will be having our annual Linden Halloween party along with Councilor Spatafora at Linden Park on Saturday, October 30th from 12 to 2 p.m. You'll be able to come and have some pizza with the DJ and get some pumpkins with stickers to go on it as well. We hope you can join us that day too. So thank you.
Councilor Seeker, while you're there, do you want to talk about what took place with the fire department just on Tuesday? On Monday? Yesterday.
Can you press my button again? It was actually Monday, so it was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Today's Tuesday. So yesterday, I had the honor and the privilege of attending our swearing in for our newest firefighters. And one of the gentlemen that was sworn in was actually one of my students at Linden. I met Zachary DeFaria in the 4th grade when he transferred from Salemwood to the Linden school because he moved closer to Linden. And him and his mom, Christine, have been great friends since. I've watched Zach leave Linden, attend Malden Catholic, enlist in the Army, and now he's one of our newest Malden Fire Department firefighters. It was truly an honor. If anybody saw the picture on my Facebook, Zachary's about 6'5", so I literally look like a midget standing next to him, but it was truly great to see, having been able to watch him grow over the years and see this tiny little kid who turned into this, wonderful human being. It was a great honor to be here yesterday, along with all the other firemen that got sworn in and the current firemen that have been promoted. It was a great day here. From what the mayor said, it was actually the first swearing in of the fire department in the new city hall. So we made some history here yesterday morning on a gloomy Monday day. But it was really great, and congratulations to my Linden resident Zachary DeFaria. It's amazing to see them go through Malden and then plant roots here in Malden, and he's now one of our first responders, and I look forward to working alongside of him in years to come. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Councilor Seeker, for kind of getting all that out there about the fishing derby. I'm very, very excited to host the fishing derby in Ward 5. Through the years, I've heard many people talk about Malden having fishing derbies in the past. So it's really a wonderful thing to bring it back this year, and I think it's going to be a wonderful event that will, similar to the Ferry House, just continue year after year. People love to be outside in an environment, communing with nature, and the cemetery for those of you who walk through it, know it's absolutely beautiful. So it's going to be a lovely family event with plenty of parking and a lot of room to spread out. So we're very, very excited about that. And also Ward 5, not to be left out of pumpkins. We all had to rethink. Ward 5 has always had an annual Halloween party, and last year took some thought to figure out how do we still carry on, and the pumpkin patch was born. So this year, Ward 5 is going to have our traditional Halloween party, but we are going to do it outside. It's going to be a little bit more than it was last year, because last year we were so conscious about, you know, the number of people that could be in the park at any one time, and making sure that, you know, we were all socially distancing. So we're really looking forward to having a really good Halloween party. We're going to do it a little different this year. We have, we always have it the Sunday before Halloween, but this year, because it's outside, we're going to do a rain date. So the party is going to be on Saturday the 30th with a rain date of Sunday the 31st. Time to be announced, but we're looking forward to all our little ghosts and goblins coming down and having a really great time again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Crowe.
Thank you, Mr. President. And as apparently Malden always does, is we celebrate. So on Friday, October 29th, again, like Councilor Linehan said, back by popular demand, Ward 1 will be hosting its pumpkin patch, except this year we're working with Junior Aid, and there's a number of my fellow councils, they're also Junior Aid members. So Junior Aid will be doing a trunk or treat along the bike path at Canal Street from 5 to 6:30. So where instead you go house to house, you go trunk to trunk, and it's all Junior Aid members. And then we'll finish the end of after you do your trunk or treating, you can get your picture taken, you can go into the pumpkin patch and get yourself a pumpkin. It's going to be a great day, and so I'm looking forward to everybody coming out and to working with Junior Aid on this. Councilor Murphy is on the committee, as well as Maria Louise, that's putting the trunk or treat together, so I'll see them all.
Thank you, Councilor. Sister Councilor, would you tell us what you did on Sunday morning?
Well, on Saturday, while I was out knocking doors, one of my neighbors down the street, we were chatting about a few things, and she invited me to services at Emmanuel Baptist Church. So I was like, you invited? You go. So I called Councilor Anderson, who is a member of Emmanuel, and I've been to, like I said that morning, I've been to Emmanuel many times for celebrations and unfortunately memorials, but no one's ever invited me to services. So Councilor Anderson came, and we had a great time. I sang along and clapped like crazy, but so it was really a wonderful morning. Again, you know, Emmanuel Baptist Church sits in Ward 1, so it was nice to connect with the neighbors, and Councilor Anderson keeping me on track of what I was supposed to be doing. So
I thought I was sitting beside a black woman. She was hallelujah and amen, and waving her hands, and thank you, Jesus.
I did pretty good.
You did. You certainly did. You certainly did. Councilor Winslow.
Yeah, just as folks have been bringing up some October and Halloween activities at Trafton Park on Halloween Day at 11 o'clock, school committee member Joe Gray and I are working and hosting a kind of a nightmare at Trafton. So that'll be an event where we'll have games and candy and costumes for kids. So look forward to having people out for that. That's actually Halloween Day, the Sunday the 31st at 11 to 1, so great.
And I don't see any other lights, but I'll just say that from the chair that on this Sunday, if there are any motorcycle riders, that the muscular dystrophy ride, the annual ride from Harley-Davidson in the, actually it's at Revere, the Malden line, will be leaving us Sunday morning, opening at 10 o'clock and kickstands up at 11 o'clock, and we'll be heading to which city? So I know that some of you, Councilor from Ward 8 and her family rode in the Wounded Warriors ride a few weeks ago, and just wanted to let you know that there'll be another big motorcycle ride for charity taking place this coming Sunday. So I'll be there, and I hope I'll see some more of you there. With that, I will entertain a motion that we adjourn, and that is being made by Councilor Crowe. Councilor Crowe moves that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. We stand adjourned.